Good evening and welcome to Look North. A music rehearsal and event studio in Leeds is one of 135 small venues across England to receive a financial lifeline from the government. Blueberry Hill Studios in Kirkstall has been awarded £20,000 from the Culture Recovery Fund, which is intended to save grassroots venues that have been badly affected by the pandemic. Peter McNerney reports.
For Leeds band at Nervous Twitch, 2020 will be a year when performing live meant largely performing for each other as they continue to rehearse, ready to get back in front of a live audience. And the Blueberry Hill Studios in Kirkstall provide the space they need to make sure that the show will go on sooner or later. The Lifeline grant of £20,000 is music to their ears.
Especially for bands like us, this is where we play all the time. Like, we don't play bigger venues, so this is where we can keep going, we can keep performing, selling our records, things like that, meeting fans. So if places like this go, we cease to exist.
Gives people opportunity to be creative and to perform in these locations. And without them, I think really you're only really looking at the huge bands being able to perform, and the grassroots is almost dead in the water.
The money will be used to pay rent arrears and help towards running costs. This events area would normally be able to accommodate 200 people. Current social distancing rules prevent that. There hasn't been a live event here since March.
The grant from the Arts Council will save the space, hopefully, in the short term, save staff jobs, and hopefully the space will still be around for people to use when we're allowed to reopen again.
8 venues across our region have received grants totalling around £200,000 from the £3.3 million emergency fund. Nervous Twitch keeping busy rehearsing their song Promised Me the World. For them, for now, it's a very different world indeed. Peter McNerney, BBC Look North.
In other news, protests calling for urgent reform on the country's eviction laws have taken place in Sheffield and Leeds. The government has extended its ban on evictions for 4 weeks until September the 20th.
The tenants united will never be
Members of the community union Acorn, which supports tenants in financial hardship, demonstrated outside the combined courts in Leeds this lunchtime. They want the government's extension to go further.
The jobs crisis because of coronavirus means nearly 250,000 tenants in the UK are struggling to pay their rent. So as soon as this extension ends, there'll be a tidal wave of evictions, and that will cause a homelessness crisis.
When you face an eviction, just your whole world turns on end, really. Because your home is the foundation of your life at that point.
In rugby league, a late flourish from Wakefield Trinity wasn't enough to get the better of the Catalan Dragons in the Challenge Cup at the John Smith Stadium in Huddersfield. Arona and Jacob Miller grabbed late consolations for Trinity, but the game was already long gone. They were beaten 36-24, and that sets up a quarter-final for the Catalans against Salford. And cricket was a washout, not surprisingly. Day one of the War of the Roses at Headingley in the Bob Willis Trophy saw Yorkshire notch up just 8 without loss before rain stopped play. Lancashire are yet to bat. Now some sad news, and the country's oldest polar bear, who lived at Doncaster's Yorkshire Wildlife Park, has died. Victor was born in Germany before moving to the Netherlands, where he was part of the European breeding programme and fathered 13 cubs. He has many grand cubs around the world. He retired to Yorkshire in 2014 and died yesterday at the age of 22. He'll be missed by visitors. Now, let's see if the weather's getting any better. Here's Abby Dewhurst.
Hey there, good evening. Well, overnight tonight our winds will ease and any showers will fade, but I'm afraid they're going to get going again tomorrow, so frequent showers in the forecast once again, some of them quite heavy. Showers moving through this evening but clearing overnight tonight, so it will become largely dry with some clear spells, and our winds will fall a bit lighter too. We'll see temperatures dropping to around 12 or 13 Celsius overnight tonight. So a dry and bright start, but quickly turning quite cloudy, and then we're going to see frequent, fairly heavy showers moving through during the afternoon, much lighter winds, with temperatures reaching about 19 degrees.
Thanks, Abby. That's all from us for the moment. Join me again tomorrow tea time for our next Look North bulletin. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening. Good night.